This is Farmers Market Finds, and today we're focusing on kale. How often do you go to the market or get your CSA and realize how much kale you have that you do not know what to do with? Well, I'm here to help with the veggie overload. Today, I'm using both curly leaf and dino kale. They can be used interchangeably, but dino kale is a bit more tender than curly leaf. First, you must prep your kale. Hold the stem on the underside of the leaf and pull the soft part of the leaf off. It comes off quite easily and doesn't require a $10 single-purpose gadget. Next, I chop it into bite-sized pieces and rinse it off with a salad spinner. You can also put them in a strainer and give it a few strong shakes. I like to massage my kale at this point to help it break down and prevent any stalkiness. Just grab a fistful and squeeze. You're essentially bruising it, and it should feel less stalky immediately after. Now you're ready for some cooking good looking. First on the docket, Caldo Verde, a Portuguese potato-based soup with Portuguese sausage and kale. Dice a medium onion and saute it in 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 tablespoon of oil. The oil will help prevent the butter from burning. You don't need any color on these onions, just cook until translucent. Mince 5 cloves of garlic, or a head, and saute until fragrant. Dice up 1 pound of peeled potatoes and add them to the pot, followed by 1 quart of chicken stock. You can use bouillon if you'd like. Once the potatoes are cooked through, use an immersion blender to smoothify the soup base. It should be schmexy and velvety at this point. Keep the soup on low heat from here on out. Next, add 1 bunch of kale that you've prepped and cut into bite-sized pieces. Cover the pot and let the kale wilt. This will thin out the potato base, so don't worry if it's a little thick before adding the kale. Dice 12 ounces of chouriço. It is pronounced chouriço. It's a Fall River thing, just trust me. Once the kale is wilted, add the chouriço and let it warm up. It's already cooked, so there's no need to be murdering it in the pot. You just want it to come up to temperature. Serve and enjoy. It's one of my all-time favorites and reminds me of childhood every time I make it. The next recipe is sautéed kale. Saute 1 onion, red or sweet or great, in 1 tablespoon of oil until translucent. Add minced garlic if you'd like. I personally didn't. Add your prepped kale and cover, letting it wilt. Add 1 link of diced chouriço. Any kind of cured or smoked sausage like andouille will also work. Then finally, add your drained can of cannellini beans. These need to be added last since they can get mushy when heated through. Sometimes I add a splash of vinegar to add a bit more depth, but it's not required. You can serve this immediately or chill. Either way, it's delicious and a nice hearty side. Serve it over eggs or eat it plain, just make sure you enjoy it fully. Next up is a roasted veggie salad with kale, beets, radishes, and garlic scapes. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, peel the beets, rinse the radishes and kale, slice the root veg, and chop the kale into bite-sized pieces. Salt, oil, and roast. Kale will be done in about 15 to 20 minutes. The scapes will be done in about 30, and the roots between 30 and 40 minutes. Combine all of the veggies in a bowl, splash it with some champagne vinegar to taste, mine was a couple of tablespoons, and add any additional salt if you need. You shouldn't taste the vinegar. It should just add a little bite/brightness to the dish. You don't want to add any distractions. Let the veggies do the talking. Finally, we have a classic kale salad. Using a handful of prepared kale, add a 1/4 cup of fine diced apples, a 1/4 cup of craisins, and 2 tablespoons of sliced almonds or crushed pecans. Then make your vinaigrette. I used 1 tablespoon of mustard, a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Pour it over your salad, mix, and enjoy. Because you massage the kale during your prep, it will be surprisingly tender. This flavor combination is wonderful, by the way. But I feel like a lot of people are afraid to cook with it or don't like it. I've never found it bitter. When you massage it, it's never stalky. It's just a versatile green that gives you hardiness or tenderness depending on what you're looking for. Now you have a few recipes under your belt, so if anyone ever gives you kale, you know what to do with it. Let me know how it goes and let me know if you have any new recipes I should try. Toodles!